Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is the report for day 4 on my 7-day plan that has no name because I didn't think of it. I didn't think about it beforehand. So, 7-day plan. As I progress, I realize the amount of mistakes I'm making, and it's okay, right? And today I had these ideas for this video, right? Throughout the day, I had all these ideas, and I thought, oh, that is awesome. I'm gonna talk about this and that, and I'm gonna say this. So I had sort of a strategy, what I wanted to say, what I wanted to cover, what I wanted to research before making the video. But now I forgot everything. And that's because I didn't take notes. And I have realized that this is a habit that I desperately need to acquire or develop. It's very ironic if you think about it, that when I have an idea, I forget to take notes, and then I cannot bring to you this idea because I forgot to take notes, and now I have no notes. So I'm just gonna do a very quick run through the day. Day 4, let me start with some numbers, as I want to part of this 7-day plan was to see the impact of working out every day and eating more or less healthy for 1 week. So yeah, 86.9 kilos, and my body fat actually went up. So this is obviously not working. I did not, I swear to God, I did not break the diet. It's just not a very good diet, a diet apparently. I'm still working on it, but yeah. So you can see here in the bottom, it's like 24.3, and it's okay. I mean, it's day 4, right? It just doesn't make sense that it's going up somehow, because if I found a way to actually gain fat while not eating, I just solved like world hunger, right? It makes no sense. So I'm obviously just eating more than I should. Before getting to the book that I'm reading, which is one of the tasks, this was the day when I was going to the gym. Grayish sky. The workout was great. I was rested. It was a very heavy workout, and I did a lot of cardio. I usually don't do cardio. I don't like it. I really hate running, and I'm trying to to get used to it. Um, so I did about 1 hour on the treadmill, and that added up to 620 calories. This is the view from the treadmill in my gym. The proof, also to keep track. I don't do it every day. Sometimes I just do like just a walk, or I just do it for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, depends. Something that I did enjoy as usual is the moment I get out of the gym. It was a beautiful day, and the birds were exceptionally loud, and I really liked it. Summer, right? Let me just. Yeah, I hope that's gonna sound alright in the video. About the book I'm reading, The Everlasting Man by Chesterton. I'm taking forever to read this. I know it's sort of it's not what I expected, but okay. So I have, let me see where, right, this one here. I have entered the second chapter, I think. It's called Professors and Prehistoric Men. And basically, he would talk how the imagination of historians regarding to prehistoric men can simply run wild, as their theories are hard to question. There is a part here I would like to read. And I think it was funny, and yes, I think I could see this happening. He says here, the other day, a scientific summary of the state of a prehistoric tribe began confidently with the words, "They wore no clothes." Not one reader in 100 probably stopped to ask himself how we should come to know whether clothes had once been worn by people of whom everything has perished, except a few chips of bone and stone. And it's again the trust the science, which ironically became a dogma. So you cannot question the science, because you should trust the science, but questioning the science is how you should make science. And this made me think of like when you watch a documentary. I don't know if you do. I do sometimes on, I don't know, any scientific subject, physics, astrophysics, and you see these theories, or you see how they have got to conclusions, and then these conclusions they were questioned, they were challenged, and there this discussion goes on for a while, and then technology evolves, time goes by, and they actually manage to prove right or prove it wrong somehow. And in some types of science, it's doable, right? We expect to evolve in technology, in the scientific method, and new forms of seeing a problem might arise, and we should have a larger certain amount of certainty about something. However, in history, a caveman or whatever, someone from a very ancient tribe that doesn't exist anymore, would never come back to prove these historians wrong. And this is why I think so far he has been so critical of historians. There's a passage here, like something I wanted to read. It's sort of long, so I'm not sure if I will. I'm just gonna read part of it and then talk about it. He says here, by the way, this one is page 27 of this book, and the previous one was on page 26. Says, another distinguished writer, again in commenting on the cave drawings attributed to the Neolithic men of the reindeer period, said that none of their pictures appeared to have any religious purpose, and he seemed almost to infer that they had no religion. I can hardly imagine a thinner thread of argument than this, which reconstructs the very inmost moods of the prehistoric mind from the fact that somebody who has scrawled a few sketches on a rock, for what purpose we do not know, acting under what customs or conventions we do not know, may possibly have found it easier to draw reindeer than to draw religion. He may have drawn it because it was his religious symbol. He may have drawn it because it was not his religious symbol. He may have drawn anything except his religious symbol. He may have drawn his real religious symbol somewhere else, or it may have been deliberately destroyed when it was drawn. And this is the kind of conclusions that he's saying it's not possible to make. Like, you see some drawing from a caveman and you think, oh, they didn't have religion. And it is very good to think about it, because when I'm watching one of those documentaries, those about the universe, right? Something, they explain how they got to that conclusion in details, and I really like it. However, I'm not really into historical or prehistorical, like, I don't know, like documentaries. So I'm not sure. And here what he said about not even 1% of the people who read that questioning it, I think might be true, because I wouldn't have questioned it. I would just assume that if they got to that conclusion, they must have some sort of process, and that process is kept in check by a scientific community. Well, apparently not. I'm not sure. I might even try to research a little bit more on this subject, but for now, he is saying that they don't really know what they're saying. Talking about scientific method and process, it's a little bit strange to me. I mean, I don't know if it's a little bit ironic or something. Again, I'm reading his book and there's no real source. So maybe his book is not that scientific. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just starting it. Huh? So I'm just on page, I don't know, 30 something actually. Maybe he has something in the end. I don't know. So yeah, it's very different from what I'm used to um, think about. Not that I think about the scientific method, but even when I watch anything scientific, it's more related to physics or the universe or even mathematics. You know, those Veritasium documentaries or whatever. And it's good to get a different perspective because it really made me think. I'm enjoying this book, and I think that's good for today. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, take care.